Hello guys, we're going to be taking a look at the Tree of Savior closed beta, as you can see on your screen right now. Joining me is Josh Torres.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here today.
And I am Zach Reese. We'll be playing a little bit of this game now. This has only recently gotten into this English beta. It's been obviously out in Korea for quite some time and placed in Asia. I mean, I can't even like retrace the steps of how this has been, but it's been in closed beta for quite some time now, like maybe a year or two.
Yeah, they're like on their third closed beta in the Korean version.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell. So it's been here and there.
Yeah, and they kind of surprised everyone by announcing that they would be doing a English closed beta after like months of silence. They went on Steam Greenlight quite a while back, a couple months ago, and then there was nothing. So I don't know about you, but I was pretty afraid that they had just gone into absolute silence and something had happened to prevent us from playing this. But luckily, they came back and said, no, we got this, guys. We got a closed beta. We're going to invite 5,000 of our closest friends. And then, sadly, like, we talked about it on the podcast that the beta ended, excuse me, not the beta, but the signups ended, and none of us got in. But then suddenly, yesterday, I got an invite. I don't know if it was some weird last-ditch effort because the beta actually ends on Monday, so I think everyone is pretty shocked around the site that we got something. But hey, not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So we're gonna take a look at Tree of Savior. So obviously we only got one server here, so let's get right in.
Go in. So, a bit about back up a little bit here. What exactly is Tree of Savior, Zach?
So Tree of Savior is a game made by the creator of Ragnarok Online. Now, Ragnarok Online 2 was made by a different team, basically, but Ragnarok Online 1, a lot of the key staff that worked on that game, including the creator, the writers, the sound team, all that, they are a part of the development team on this game, Tree of Savior. And so anyone who was a big fan of that game like me, I mean, I got to play the closed alpha of Ragnarok Online when it came out like 15 years ago or something. And then they started to charge you if you wanted to play the beta. I'm like, ah, screw that. My computer could barely run the alpha, so I got to play that.
So where are we right now? You logged in, you're at your character, are you at your apparently you're in your lodge, but what can you do in this lodge? So is this like, whenever you log in, you end up at this lodge, or where are you last logged out?
Pretty much, I mean, this is the first thing you get to see when you enter the game. Obviously, I already created a character, but there's some different settings you can have. You can name your lodge, so you can have a bunch of different characters. I guess it might be that this could be a guild kind of thing, where you might have more characters. I don't really know. I mean, you'll see what I mean when I actually get into the game. That that RPG site name sticks next to your actual character name, but it seems like the character name isn't tied into. Yeah, actually, no, wait, I'm sorry. Yes, the username, it's you have to have a unique one, so you can have two of the same username. The lodge name, you can pretty much put whatever you want. It doesn't matter, even if it matches someone else's. And you can.
Wait, so you're saying you somehow got Zach, and the unique username Zach, or RPG site's unique name?
RPG site is whatever name you want is the lodge name. My username is actually Zach R. No, actually, it's Zach. I'm sorry. I don't know how I got that. I'm pretty sure I chose.
That's weird.
that's pretty crazy. Okay, I don't remember doing that for some reason.
All right. So show me a little bit about creating a new character.
Yeah, let's skip. So yeah, you can also decorate your lodge. Apparently, you can pick up different items and things like that. I don't know why it's going to this weird black screen, but I guess you can choose all these different things to change the look of your lodge. Anyway, yeah, let's get right into this.
So yeah, of course I'm watching through Twitch right now, so there's a little bit delay on my end. So how's the character creation in this game? How customizable is it?
To be honest, it's about as basic as it looks like in Ragnarok Online. You have the different, character faces. I mean, excuse me, you get to choose the class at the beginning, so this is kind of different. In Ragnarok Online, you will always start it as a novice character, so, it didn't matter whether it was just female or male, and then you got to choose it. Here in Tree of Savior, you start with, like, these different base character classes. And so you have, like, the wizard, swordsman, archer, cleric.
I like how everyone's just chilling around at this lodge. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
all right.
just kind of hanging out, having fun, and obviously male and female versions of each, and that's about
okay.
it. In this...
So there's no like closed off classes due to like gender, right? Like you.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, yeah, I think I don't know. Was that in Ragnarok Online where you had to be a male?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No, thankfully, that'd be kind of crazy. But no, like, yeah, it's pretty much like this. But then, so like we choose a character here. So like I'll choose a swordsman.
Okay. I really like the neat little touches, like just in this interface alone, like this dog just waggling his tail, or the one of the dudes flipping through like some sort of book. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, totally, and it's got these nice touches, and you'll see a lot more of that in the game itself. There's a very, very deep, a very close attention to detail that people who like the original game really appreciated, and I think that's one of the reasons why Ragnarok Online was so popular. It's because there was a lot of detail for something that was that old. So we've got this very basic look at the character stats. So you have, like, you can see that attack, defense. Honestly, I don't know exactly what is it auxiliary? I don't know. Difficulty, I guess, is just obviously, you know, how difficult it would be to play this character in the early parts of the game, because I'm sure later on when you rank up it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, then you get some very basic things. Once again, all you can really change is the hair. Now, this is the closed beta, so it's kind of hard to say whether this is going to stay the same, but I can pretty much guarantee it will, just because this is, like I said, pretty much the way that Ragnarok Online was, so it would surprise me if it became anything more.
Short, shaggy. I like it.
Dandy. Yeah, so very basic like that, but,
okay.
And, you know, you can move your character around if you need to see what the hair looks like from behind.
Alright.
Yeah, so basic things like that. So give myself a shadow perm. Alright, so then
name your character.
Name a character. How
are you feeling with the swordsman?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, honestly, I'm more of a magic user. I'm like one of those character classes, but hey, why not? We'll just play the swordsman character. Obviously, some people get frustrated playing a magic user early in the game, because that means like almost instant death always. But you'll see how I've been having some fun with that. So we'll just hop right in.
What was I gonna ask? For the how many characters can you make? Do you know that there's like an actual limit yet?
I've not really touched it. I imagine like because you can see on like on the top left of that where it had my name and that filled that up. I imagine you probably can only fill up the left side of that screen, so maybe like 6 or 7. I don't know. Honestly, I've only always stuck with one character. This game though might make me create more characters, because I guess it's more complicated than it was in Ragnarok Online, where you couldn't just, like I said, it's like start as the novice and then kind of split out to all these different classes, just whatever you felt like doing and mixing classes together. It sounds like you have to kind of just decide at the very beginning, okay, am I going to be a melee user, I'm going to be a magic user, am I going to be a cleric, you know, just, or archer. It seems like it's way more strict on what you can do with that, but obviously I've only played maybe like 4 hours of this game, so I don't have a really good feel for that. But yeah, and as you can see here, everything's controlled by the keyboard. They only recently added mouse support to it, so they're kind of playing around with that. But so far, I had no problem using just the keyboard, just like I did in Ragnarok. So it's no big deal.
Is there any sort of like gamepad support or anything as well?
I honestly have not tried the gamepad support, but because they've just inputted mouse support, I doubt they have gamepad support at all.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
I could probably check the control settings, but yeah, I seriously doubt it.
Okay. Just okay. Let's see what you can do here.
Yeah. So obviously at the very beginning, they just want you to play around with this first before they'll let you go. And hey, teach you how to move diagonally.
I like that there's like a little scrolling thing at the top. Is that like a universal messages, like people need an item of some sort to type up there?
Yeah, that's
Like,
the chat. I mean, that's straight up. That's the chat. You can
oh,
see
that's just
still.
the chat's not like you need some sort of like universal thing.
Yeah, if you could
Okay.
see it like on the bottom left earlier where there was the chat. Like anyone, I think it's only for people who are actually shouting or
Okay,
speaking to
yeah.
the entire
That's right.
map. They're talking about. Someone mentioned this on Twitter. I think he just suggested it that it could be restricted later. That you have to pay for items to shout. I think you can only shout using an item in your inventory. So I don't think anyone is going to be able to shout like all the time like they used to.
Yeah.
Like you have to use an item.
That was really funny in Ragnarok.
Oh, it's because they were just selling items and guild and gold
Yeah.
and all that crap. So I'm glad that that's gone away. But I mean, in any MMO, I barely ever shouted to an entire server like that, unless it was to ask somebody like, "When is the server going down?" or something. That's about it.
So, what's the basic storyline here? What's going on?
Honestly, I've not really been picking up that much. So far, it's been a lot of like defending towns from monsters and things like that. Very basic stuff. To be frank, I don't know the plot at all. I've just been kind of enjoying the gameplay itself. To be fair, I don't remember any of the plot in Ragnarok Online, and I played that game for years, so that's how much of an impression left on me. But this early part of the game, it's mostly just like saying we need to round up the troops to help us fight off these oncoming monsters, and so that's pretty much all the early quests are like that, and it's from person to person. Quests seem to be pretty good, but it's a lot of the stuff you're used to, defeat a bunch of fodder, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
yeah, you see this guy, and you already see a look at the portraits and whatnot. So it's got a really nice look to it. I'm already a huge fan of the way this game looks. So
Yeah, definitely. I really dig the art design, just the general atmosphere of this game seems on point.
yeah,
Definitely feels like relaxing.
oh yeah, totally. And for what it's worth, I've been leveling up pretty fast in this game, and so it doesn't really feel like there's much of a grind here, because you'll get a ton of quests to level you up pretty quick. I imagine obviously that'll change in the higher levels, but for now it's a good feeling. Who knows if that's part of the closed beta thing, just to get people to experience as much as they can before time is up. But the fact that they're still experimenting with this stuff and finding out what works, what doesn't, what kind of feedback they're getting, it's a good time to be playing this game for sure.
Definitely. There are some people already have been like seeing the forums a little bit, getting a lot of feedback that there are some hiccups, some fair share of problems, but in general I think people are enjoying it, and hopefully the developers will take to heart what people are saying about the game, both good and bad.
Oh yeah, totally. And
I just like that they're being very open with the community here.
Oh, totally. I mean, the fact that they opened up like an open source on GitHub where you could contribute translations to this game to all these different languages, they're opening up to the community. And by the way, I love how they blow up. These monsters blow up real good. It's the sound effects.
It seems very satisfying when you like hit an enemy.
Oh yeah, it's just the sheer impact that it's made. It's pretty great. How long is the beta from the chat? It's open till Monday, so it's a very short beta, but obviously I'm sure they're gonna have many more. It was good to know that they actually opened this to the very... We didn't mention this, but this is actually the most recent beta, even the one in Korea. So it's the third closed beta.
Okay. At the time at the top right, I'm gonna assume that's your local time, not the server time.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. All right.
Well, no, I guess I didn't set the time right because that's Eastern time and I'm in Central. So.
Is there sort of any like day and night cycle in this game, or is it just all predefined weather?
It's all predefined. I've not experienced anything like that so far. I have been told though is that this is the kind of game that continues on when you're not playing it, and so for people who are interested in crafting classes that require hours of making stuff, apparently you'll be able to just log off and they'll just keep doing what they're doing, which is great.
Okay.
Especially because I've heard this can be kind of it can take a long time to do a lot of stuff in this game, is what I heard. But it's a free-to-play game, so.
Oh, that's right. Have they shown any sort of like cash shop of any sort, or what you can be able?
I've already seen some indication of that, but I think so far it's mostly been like if I die, you have the ability to use a coin or something to revive yourself.
So right now you just with this new character you don't exactly have any skills yet. Like you don't have any like starter skills, whatnot. You just have to level up to it.
I can level up, yeah. Here, so this guy's gonna come up on me. All right, so yeah, so character advancement's pretty simple. You'll be able to. I'm trying to like follow the stream while talking to you, so that way I'm not skipping too far ahead with this weird delay that I got. But okay, it seems pretty. So you got.
I'm the one delayed.
So you got like strength. What's that called? Constitution? I don't know. Intelligence. My eyes are terrible.
So when you level up, yeah, it's all
recovery.
pre-automated. The stats you don't actually choose. Well, you don't have like any like stat points. Oh no, there's stat points.
You
right
stat
there.
points, yeah. You got stat points
okay.
right below here.
Okay.
You get to choose where they get added, just like in their other game. I'm not going to keep harping on the fact that this is very similar to Ragnarok Online because it's pretty obvious for anyone who's played it. But yeah, it's I would recommend people like doing the research on a class that they want to move to because so you level up to when you get to level 15, you could advance to another rank, and that's how you unlock future classes, higher advanced classes. And so I don't think there's any way to re-roll yet, as far as I can tell. So you gotta kind of decide what you want to do early. So that might be good to actually know the classes. There's plenty of great sites that have stuff out there if you want to check it out. But yeah, right now it's kind of basic skills, and so I always used to just level up my best attack skill and get that to the max level before moving on. That's just kind of the way how I play. I don't know about you.
Right. I am a bit of everything. I mean,
Yeah.
I try out everything.
I try to be a jack of all trades, and that almost never works.
No, not a jack of all trades, but I mean, just like in terms of like what characters I make, I usually just try out all of them and see what sticks.
Oh yeah, totally.
But for builds, I don't know. I mean, whatever's my gut.
I used to have like print out sheets and sheets of paper about people's different builds that they made, like saying after over and over, like, this is the best build for this type of class that you're building, like a crusader skill. I'm trying to remember like all these different builds that they had, like
Right.
like something fist monk of
Yeah, like that crazy Asura strike.
yeah, also stink. That's actually what I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so like if you want to like backstabbing rogue and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm all these memories coming back to me. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. So I'm trying to. This is what I might not paying attention. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the way you can tell where to go, of course, is that obviously there's a quest guide, but also this map pretty much tells you with the circle around it where you need to go. So just need to head out over here.
Okay.
And my head is freaking out. So.
Yeah, do you have a good sense of how big the map is in this game yet?
The maps aren't that big at all. They're pretty small in the grand scheme, but obviously I'm still in the early areas, and so I'm sure it kind of just grows and grows.
All right. Have you like ran any sort of like dungeons or a group party?
Not yet. I'm pretty much going solo because that's kind of the way I play. I mean, until I get something that requires me to work with somebody else, I'm almost always the solo player.
Okay.
I like to, enjoy the story. That's the same with like Final Fantasy XIV. Like I'm more of a story guy. Like when I'm forced to join a party. This is coming from a guy who played a ton of Final Fantasy XI, which almost always expected you to be in a party. So
definitely.
As soon as you hit that dunes, it just.
Oh, overkill. Is there like any sort of bonuses or anything once you get an overkill on something?
Not that I can tell. You'll get to see that a lot, but just like in Ragnarok Online, the numbers get bigger, and then it just feels more. It feels good when that happens. And yeah, this is a cool thing is that you can just hit backspace, as you can see on that, to warp back to the quest giver. And so you don't have to worry about...
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really handy.
None of this dumb backtracking business. You just get where you need to be. And
that's really cool, the levitate animation. Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. And the cool thing is that, so if you've completed more than one quest, and you hit backspace, it actually gives you the option of which one you want to go back to. So it's not like you're always stuck with just the main quest giver. It can be like, oh, this person gave me one in town. Do you want to go back to that guy instead? I'm like, yeah, I want to hit back town before I go to this dangerous area.
That's really handy.
Yeah. there's plenty of places to fast travel, and there's no like it doesn't look like you have to pay money to warp around to different places like you did before. It's just you can go to this waypoint and just go anywhere on the map. So.
Is there any way to just warp back to town normally without like necessarily going to a specific NPC?
Oh yeah, there's totally items you can get that does the same thing. It warps you back.
Okay.
But the maps aren't that big, so it's pretty simple. And most of the maps, any of the important places have a point that you. It's like a goddess statue, I think, is what they're called, to just warp back to town that way. So I've never been in a situation where it became tough. And if you die, you can just decide to go back to town. So.
Yeah, what are the penalties of death? So you can go back to town, but can you pay a fee to like
that's what
respawn on the spot?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about before. How if you die, there's an option to use a coin, and I think that's one of the trappings. Yeah. But the thing that I noticed is that when I had to respawn, it actually like I died during a boss character, and so when I use that, it's like refill the HP of the boss character too, so I was like, oh, this was really dumb. Like I spent all that time, like why did I even bother?
Okay. So tell me a little bit about just the general like when you obviously when you run into people in the field, how does the experience allocation go when you're both beating up a monster?
Honestly, it's like that's how much it remembered me of the old game. Is that was the same thing where everyone's out in the field, and so you had to kind of fight over who's gonna be the first to get a hit on an enemy. I imagine it's just like the other game where it's like I can't tell whether it's the first hit or the one who gets the more damage in that gets the XP. But I've been able to get the first hit in, run away, and still earn the experience points. So I imagine that's exactly how it works. Like I only got one hit in and still earned something out of it. I can't tell if there's any sort of split. It felt like I got as much experience as if I killed the thing. So
there's no like log or anything that battle log that shows you numbers.
Well, I mean, in the options you can actually decide change it. I don't know if I have this set up here, where you can show experience points that you've earned. I know that much. But there's no real log. Unless there's something in the chat that I'm not aware of.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any kind of like log or something like that, but
Okay.
I've not seen too many games that actually did that anyway. So pretty much here. It's completing quest, this is pretty much it. I mean, a lot of this early stuff is just to learn the basics, get a good feel for the game, face a couple boss characters, but it's never really a challenge. Like, I faced like 2 or 3 boss characters, but they all had pretty much the same pattern. It was more like just run around him and get out of the way of his highlighted attack area, that kind of thing. But the thing is that once again, the combat is very satisfying in this game. Just the way that the sound it makes when you hit a character, and then also just the feeling of having total movement over your character and not. Oh, see, I think that just
Is there any way to like target an enemy? So like, say if you're an archer or a spellcaster, you'll still be facing them while you're moving around, or?
Yeah, there is a lock. That was the problem I had early on with my other character that I chose, a magic user, that he would just start attacking enemies behind it instead of the one I was actually shooting at, so I gathered a bunch of enemies together that I didn't mean to. But there is a way to lock on, I noticed.
What's the key for that?
I think it's like, let me see here. If I find an enemy, I could tell you. It's probably control. I think it is. Yeah, it's control. So if you hit the control key, it just locks on and doesn't do anything else. Which is very useful.
A lot of ghost fitters. Okay, so yeah, there's an icon over it.
Yeah, you can tell, and it makes a sound effect when you do that, so you can tell. And also, I want to point out that, as you can see, after I defeat these enemies, that you have 2 different bars. One is your experience points for your level, and then you have the class level. Just like in, once again, Ragnarok Online, you have these 2 different classes. So you could be leveling up your class while independently from your level, so you can cap out either one at any point. So that's pretty nice.
Is there some sort of indicator that shows like the progress on those?
Yep,
like,
on the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
There's a yellow bar, and on the left, which is your normal level, and then the right is the class level.
Okay, alright. Oh yeah, I see it now. Any like bizarre like enemy designs that you've noticed so far? It's just basic enemies.
So far it's been kind of basic. I mean, to be honest, once again, still early in the game, so I can't really understand too much about how this game goes as far as design. But I mean, everything just looks really beautiful. It's a very, very nice looking game for what they're trying to do, and it still emulates a lot of what the original game was like with 2D characters on a 3D background. But it seems like the sprites are way more detailed than before. There's a lot of animation to them as well. And so anybody who's like listening to this, like check out the Alchemist video that they put out for Tree of Savior, and you can tell just how deep that goes for the animation for all these different things that you're crafting. It's pretty incredible. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm so excited to play this game.
When you find a chance, I want to see the inventory screen and see what kind of like equipment, like how, like exactly what you can change about your character in terms of armor, weapons, etc.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can go ahead and take a look at that. Well, we find a safe place to go to.
Well, do these particular enemies like aggro if you're too close?
Yeah, they told you. I mean, it depends, but I got some chasing after me right now.
Okay. Yes. Is there like a system in place that like there are certain creatures that's aggro or just peaceful until you attack them?
Some of them are like that, just like you would expect, but there are certain places in a map where they just turn around and go away, especially around like quest markers, which is nice. Like I had this very dangerous area instead of a mine, and as soon as I was stood next to one of the quest markers, they just turned right around and walked away, which is
okay. That's super convenient then.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, we can definitely take a look at the inventory screen. So it's pretty basic. It's actually kind of messy, to be honest, because it's it's categorized, but I guess you know, I guess it's not that bad because you can see on the left side there's these little boxes that you can collapse them so that way they don't take up as much room, so you can get right where you need to be. But yeah, it's a lot of this stuff. I don't actually have much right now, obviously, but
yeah,
you know, the game starts you off by equipping you with your healing and SP recovery and stamina recovery, and then you get a lot of these little cards, experience cards. And so you can hear a lot of these sound effects of me just leveling up at the same time, and so that's a really nice sound. So it's pretty basic.
Is there a certain like item limit?
Not that I can tell. I don't think there's any sort of encumbrance, no. Okay.
Yeah, then you're good. Yeah. Hopefully there's a easy way to arrange it then, because once you have like amassing a lot of items, you're gonna need a good way to sort them out.
If you can look at the bottom, there's a search feature, as you can see, so you can actually you can type something in and then you don't feel like you're always. But then again, I'm sure it's gonna be kind of difficult because you're trying to look for something and it's probably not gonna be as these guys are just attacking me right now. I need to. You got to make sure that it matches the description of the item as well, so I'm sure that can be kind of a pain.
Alright.
Like if you're looking for a healing item, but no, it's got to be HP, and that kind of thing. Yeah. So, who knows? I'm sure it won't be that difficult. The more important items are brought to the front anyway, so it's no big deal.
Are there any other basic systems that you need to go over, or do you want to hop on over to your more leveled character?
Not really. I mean, as you can see on the map, it tells you everything you need to show. It tells you like the important story-related quests, and then the side quests are dictated by different colors, so it's pretty straightforward. Okay. Yeah, so we can go ahead and just. I mean, I'll quickly go through this menus real quick. So, yeah, you have the. Actually, this game has a built-in achievement system.
Okay.
And so. Oh yeah, actually, I didn't notice some of this stuff. Is that some of your achievements are you can unlock more hair colors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and different titles. I don't remember the other game having titles, so that's different.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, no, I don't think so.
No, you have different. Yeah, you can actually change the color while you're playing. Oh, and yeah, you there's your buy shop. You can see right there at the bottom, buy shop. So this is how you know it's a free-to-play game.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on how they handle it.
From what I've heard, it's been pretty good. I mean, it's mostly cosmetics. I mean, actually, I don't even know if they've really put that in yet. So
I imagine not. Don't think so yet. I imagine that's more for like an open beta type deal.
Yeah, and then you got this really cool like
adventure history. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can track
that's really slick.
Exactly all these different achievements that you get. I don't know what you would earn out of that. Just unlocking future things. Maybe you'll get experience or something. I'm not sure, but that's pretty cool. It keeps your progress, so you know how much of like how many monsters you faced. So it's like a nice bestiary. I've seen that.
What's that team battle league on the ranking? Is that the PvP part?
I imagine so. Yeah.
Have they actually implemented PvP yet in this particular build?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's probably something to come later, but yeah. Apologies if I'm just taking a moment to explain this stuff because my eyes are just really glazed over at this moment. But yeah, so yeah, like it tells you how much it takes to kill an enemy, that kind of thing. So obviously I'll be able to craft different items, all the maps that you've explored. So that's a really good motivator to check out.
Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for like these kinds of like progress systems. Like even if it's just like mundane, it's something for me to look forward to.
Yeah, it's hard to say what exactly you would earn from this besides the stuff that we just went over, like the different hair colors and titles and things like that. But you know, maybe that could be enough for some people. So actually, you know, I'm looking over this here. Nope, it just talks about a lot of points. So who knows? Maybe you can use it towards the shop or something. We'll see how it goes, but. Yeah, then you know you have the quests. You can look at your party. That's kind of weird. Public player list, and then you have the recommended player list if you want to have people join your party.
So the public party list are just the people around you or around your level.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It looks like that, yeah, because it's like these are just the people that are around me right now.
Okay.
Because as I scroll, it grows larger and larger. And so it's not just there's not just two people here. If I keep scrolling down, it gets larger and larger. So that's got to be it.
Okay.
You can set macros. You can look after your companions. I saw a couple people with companions, so it's just like different monsters running around. I imagine they're just like just like in the other game, they're mules, so they can carry items for you if you need them to. Don't know. Of course, they can help fight in battle. So yeah, that's enough of that. So let me just go ahead and switch out of here.
So where are you at with your character at the moment?
Actually, it's a pretty good part. I wanted to pick this up at a good spot, so what I did is earlier, I leveled my character up to the point that we can see what the class advancement looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
excited.
Take a look at that and see how that goes.
So this is a wizard. Okay.
Of course.
How's your skills so far with the wizard? What can you do?
I very much like the wizard. Like I said, I like the wizard characters because the problem with like melee is obviously you're up and close with a lot of enemies, and you can easily get killed that way, even if you're not dealing as much damage. But I just like the ranged, and not to mention just the look of those spells that can be cast with it. So I'm highly prefer this, but I'm enjoying it so far. And so yeah, as you can see on the top right, I can click advancement. And so I don't know some of this. This is my first time looking at this screen right now, and so.
All right, well, we'll work through this together. So you can do a pyromancer or a cryomancer.
I don't know what exactly means by hot.
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, and well, I know that it's. I think it's the hot. It's fire spells versus ice spells. That's the kind of the big difference here. Yeah. I know that much.
Yeah, but I mean, just in terms of like what their roles are, I imagine they have a different instead of like, of course, cryomatch is gonna be focused on like freezing and keeping enemies in place. Fire will probably damage over the time.
Yeah, and it's the weird thing, like, you could decide to continue being a wizard character all the way to the beginning, because I've seen plenty of people being, like, novices up to super novice, which was the advanced class in Ragnarok, and, like, why would you want to stick with that?
So, yeah, well, can you just stick with wizard and not choose any of these?
Yeah, I clicked it, and it gave me the option to do that, but I don't know why you'd want to.
I don't know.
Because I've looked at the sheet, the spread for character advancement, and you just can only go like, you barely get stopped there. And that's the thing, is that this is the point where I'm like concerned about what I need to be to get to the class I want to be, which is alchemist. It's not very clear, but
is there like a certain like path to it that you have to stick with to be there?
I think so, but honestly, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, so alchemy. I'm sure there's going to be like a lot of combustion going on, a lot of like fire spells, so I'm thinking I need to be the pyromancer in order to do that. So I'm just going to be the pyromancer.
Okay. Sounds good. So how's like mana regeneration in this game? Do you have to drink down pots, or do you wait for it over time? Like how does...
You can do that. So just like in the other game, you can hit a key, and then you can just take a seat, recover HP and SP. To even I've done this plenty of times, even in the middle of a boss fight, because those bosses move so slowly, so I can easily just run to the other side of the map and then just take a seat and just recover.
All right, just hold on, man. Just
I'm tired. Give me a second. I'm tired.
All right, just give me a second here.
Yeah, because you use SP so quickly in this, I run out so fast, and I probably should be able to manage this a little bit better.
How's the regeneration rate when you sit down?
15 per tick. You know, a tick is like 10 seconds or something, so it can take its sweet time. So like, oh yeah, actually I got all these different skill points. That's the kind of player I am. It's like when I'm getting close to leveling up, I don't want to use any of my skill points until, because I just want to kind of use it all at once, and so I should probably be using this now. So,
what kind of skills you got here? Lethargy, sleep, earthquake, reflect, shield.
I should probably be using reflect shield because I've already got this. The next level requires... Actually, you know what? Let me see here. I want to check this out real quick. Because I just looked at that. I have a little place next to me, as you can see at the screen, Pyromancer on the bottom right. You see that?
Yeah, so I see it.
I'm gonna run in here and see what I can do. Maybe I need to advance this way. And yeah, these character designs are something else.
Ooh. It's pretty cool. Is there any way you can just like get this center of that circle and just like put all those candles light all up?
No.
That'd be really great.
No, but a lot of the maps are like this, you know, they have all this crazy amount of detail, this nice like water painted kind of look to it.
Pyromancer costumes.
So see what this quest is like. Yeah, this game is a closed beta. You can tell like my head just as I'm running, my head just goes freaking out. It catches me off guard sometimes, but you know, closed beta, whatever.
Still a lot of time.
Yeah. This is nothing to be concerned about. I mean, so far I haven't really experienced any real issues with this game, other than like I somehow ended up being on top of the map at one point, and so I jumped my way up and out of the map. That was just yeah, it was really weird. You should
just run with it. Did they like where you just teleported did you just log out and log back in to get back, or what?
I did, and I fell all the way to the ground, but then I was out of the instance boss battle that I was in because of that, and that boss was almost dead, and so that was kind of...
Oh, that sucks.
Why I'm still running here. Okay, so alright, what do I need to do? I was actually paying too close attention here, so I need to meet the Boca Master. Is that the... Where is that? Where is the Boca Master?
Are you like at the second like town now, or...?
This is the first town.
Oh, this is still the first town?
Yeah, because at the beginning of the game, you're pretty much just running around taking on quests, as you can see when we last played. Is... Oh, okay, duh. It's right over here. And yeah, you can keep the map up and run around. That way you don't have to feel like you're going to be completely lost. I am going the... That looks like a path I can go, but that's not the case at all. Let me get rid of this. You can jump.
Have you? Are there like any obstacles on the field that like you'd had to jump over, like just mandatory, just like hey, there's a tree trunk there?
There's plenty of traps that you have to avoid, and also it's obviously a faster way to traverse some of these areas without having to go all the way to the sidewalk or the bridge. You just jump.
Okay.
So.
Hopefully there's like some sort of like passive skill or just something to invest in down the line, just a double jump, because why not?
Double jump.
That'd be really cool.
It's like the sky, you can go flying like 50 feet in the air if you wanted to at one point.
Just traverse through like the rooftops.
Oh, this place.
Why do I need stairs?
This place looks awesome. She looks awesome.
Let's see what this place is. But oh, okay, I was saying everything's black.
Oh my god. I was not expecting this.
What is this? What's going on here? I hear things on your end, so. Oh, ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're gonna see it in a moment.
Oh
my gosh. Well, this is what the game over screen looks like. And so yeah, I can use one of these coins to revive, or I can just abandon the quest and go home. Like, I can't tell where my coins are.
What are those little like what's binding to E on your bar? Are this not just food?
What? Are you talking about my yeah, because I've got like healing items. I've yet to buy more heal. That's probably what I should be doing right now.
What do they go by the currency this game? Is it still Zenny, like an RO?
How did they suddenly become easier?
Zach, you cheated.
I did not cheat.
You cheated.
Well, let's not talk about it.
Zach, I'm sorry, but...
How could I have cheated when I did the same thing with the last boss and he still kicked my ass? That can't be true.
So, what's the currency like in this game? Is it just still Zenny, just one flat rate?
I think so. Obviously you got those coins for the buy shop, but every time you kill a boss, like a ton of these little gel item things drop to the ground. I think that's the currency, just based on, you know, like what else could it be? So, okay, we have all the materials that we need. Alright, so, and then I can hit the good thing once again, just hit that backspace key and then you're back to where you need to be.
That's so convenient. I think that's like, I feel like that's like the best feature of this game.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm warping to, you know, out of town, have to run inside the door. No, I'm warping right back to where that person was.
That's so cool.
That's probably one of the best features of this game, as silly as it sounds.
It just gets that, like, you get done with the stuff faster. You don't have to walk all the way back or run all the way back. You just immediately.
Exactly. And you know, the good thing is in this game, you can go back and still advance the skills of your prior class if you wanted to, just to make it stronger in case you were locked out of something. I mean, that was the thing with the other game, like you were locked out of certain skills if you didn't level up enough, but I don't really know if this game has that, so we'll see. But, no, I guess...
Is there any way to, like, de-level a skill, say, like, you confirmed, like, the wrong one, for example? Is there any way to take back those skill points?
No, like I was mentioning before, is that there's no real way to reroll as far as I can tell. I think someone was even complaining about that on the forums, that one of the things he didn't like about this new system is because he couldn't change his mind. But, you know, I'm sure they're going to put something in later. They had an NPC in the last game that you could totally just walk up to him, and say, can I just re-roll my stats, and that was fine, so whatever.
Or they can, you know, see a little potion in a cash shop, re-roll potion.
Exactly.
You know? Just pay up a little and maybe we'll let you re-roll.
Oh, I think actually, no. Okay, there's separate stats. Separate, I just noticed that at the top, different skill points. Per the class that you're in, so I have to use these 10 skill points on my wizard. I can't use it all on this pyromancer.
Well...
Oh, that's different.
I'm sorry, you have to let go of those skill points.
I guess. Like, I don't... Make an enemy fall asleep, make an enemy lethargic, like, that stuff isn't really going to do me much good. Like, these status... I've never been one for much of, like, status effect spells, and so I'm just going to mostly stick to, like, these ones, so... It's okay. And I like how it fills in at the bottom when you've leveled up items, so I don't have to be stuck around clicking and dragging all day, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you want me to check out here? You want to see a boss character and see my ass get beat?
Let me see a boss.
I want to see my ass get beat? Not again.
Yeah, come on. You can do it. I believe you. You have the skills now. You're a pyromancer.
I'm a pyromancer. Doesn't mean a whole lot.
You can just spit out fireballs, man.
You had to pay on Ragnarok Online for reroll stats and job points. Yep,
there you go.
That's true. Yep, someone in the chat just mentioned that. I forget.
Right. We forget because we did a little bit of the official server and then I went to private server.
Yeah,
so.
To be honest, I did play a little bit of the... So that was the thing, is that I played so much of the real game, and then I decided to try the private servers. Wasn't as satisfying, because you were leveling up like mad, and this server is super... Like, this is like classic, this entire server is super busy.
But that makes the question, like, would that model still work? Like this, like, because there are still, like, you know, charts out there saying that, like, this game does have a bit of a grinding issue. Does our traditional RO model of you know, taking that time to level up slowly per level, does that still work?
Exactly.
You know?
So this is,
I think that's...
Yeah, so this is where you can roar. So it's right in the middle of the town. So it's nice.
Okay, so here's the first look at our world map here.
Pretty convenient. So, and like I was talking about, that there's plenty of these different things in all the... I think every single map that you go to, there's one of these little statues that you can walk up to warp, so you're not feeling like completely out of place. Because the only way you can warp to an NPC is if you finish the quest. You can't just say, "Can I just go to this guy because?"
Oh, okay. So there's no like free way to like get back. You have to have done the quest.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I wanna... Let's see here. So I got firewall. I'll try a couple of these different things here. So,
is Fireball as cool as as I think it is? Like, you get a bunch of people to like follow you, and then you just create a firewall between you and them, and then they'll just...
Well, we'll have to see. I haven't tried any of these skills. I just advanced, so we'll see how it goes. If I go down here, though, yeah, this place is nuts. I think if I go down here, this should be a good place for me to do this. Honestly, like, being followed around is reason enough to be using this firewall, but we'll see how it goes. Because it causes damage even if they walk into it, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, it's
This place down here... Nope, it's actually not. Okay. There used to be like a ton of things.
Do it on those crows, like, following you around.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the bats.
Well, here's an example. Like, if I walk next to this, just watch what happens when I walk back up here next to this, essential purifier. They just run away. Nice.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool.
That doesn't do much damage at all, does it? Maybe if I... Oh, and the cooldown on that thing is nuts.
Oh wow, it's like 45 seconds?
Jeez.
Wait, did you have to draw it out, or just there's a
okay. See, I don't know how much of a delay there is, but you're gonna witness something pretty amazing.
Oh my gosh.
They just go flying.
That's so cool. They're all knocked back.
That's the Quake spell. Level 5 Quake spell.
That's awesome. You're just gonna try to do it again, and let's get off cooldown. Just do it.
Oh,
there we go.
So satisfying. Oh, the combat's so good in this game. It's so good. Man, I can't wait to advance like the higher classes in this game, just because they all seem very cool. Like the designs, the skills that they have, just all these things.
I still don't know what I'm gonna go. I still don't know what I'm gonna go. I'm kind of leaning towards Necromancer at the moment.
Necromancer? You're one of those? Alright.
I love Necromancers.
You know, if I've had enough of these guys, just take a seat.
It's gonna be really tough. Chat, I want to hear from you guys. When you guys finally get your hands on this game, Let me know what you guys want to go roll with. What classes? I wish I could like list them all off, but there's so much. Like they plan to have like over 80 classes in the game by launch.
Something tells me it's not distinctive. I think it's like if you go through the routes, it's not really 80, but still, there's a ton.
There's a ton, and they're not even revealing all of them like to the public. There's gonna be like some that are like hidden that you have to explore around.
There's some hidden ones. I saw like some of the words about that. That sounds pretty awesome. And you know they could always be adding stuff later, just like they did with Ragnarok Online. So there's that. Yeah, definitely play Alchemist, man. All these. Ever since I played the Atelier games, now I'm like toying the idea of playing as an Alchemist.
Yeah. What does a Corsair do? Someone wanted to be a Corsair. What does that exactly entail?
I don't know. Honestly, I've never played as a Corsair, so I don't know exactly. Oh, yep, here we go. This entire section's in.
Yeah, Pelican. The class system works after level 15, you said? Every level 15 levels, you get a chance to advance your class or stick with the one that you have. So Zach here got to level 15 Wizard, and he had the chance to either stay with Wizard or go either a Pyromancer or a Cryomancer. Okay, so Corsair is like a thief-like class. Interesting.
A thief, okay. Setting traps and stuff like that, I imagine.
Oh, okay. So what are these things? Just
different plants in the ground. I mean, have you ever been to Anthel in Ragnarok Online?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The eggs, that's pretty much what they are, but they can... So you just attack these things, and it's easy experience, because you look at their levels, it's a good amount of experience. I'm already about to level anyway.
Is there like, have you run into like any interesting like environmental hazards, like any like falling rocks or slippery surfaces?
Not that I've seen, and I'm in the mine, so I don't think there are any to be at this point, unless they're going to add that later. I mean, there's obviously different heights and different terrain to jump over and cross because there's platforming involved, but I haven't been like hurt because I missed something. I mean, I took that fall from the top of the map to the bottom and I didn't get hurt, so there doesn't appear to be any fall damage either. So that's good.
What's Pelican, what's the Sadhu class? Or Sadhu? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sadhu? What's the yeah, someone in chat mentioning the Sadhu class. I think isn't that one of the hidden ones or something? I don't know. There's all these new names of classes like I don't know about. I mean, to be honest, I
remember there's reading. I was reading one of the classes, like I forgot. It's like a time mage. I forgot the exact. It's crazy. Like you can like rewind time, and like get double the rewards of like a boss because like you kill the boss and you like rewind time and then like re-kill it. I think.
What? That sounds awesome.
I think that's like one of the
That sounds insane.
Chronomancer. There we go.
Chronomancer.
There's just so many interesting ideas like bubbling in this game, and like I'm so excited because they're like really pushing what you can do like in an MMO in terms of like the versatility of a class. That's
insane. That sounds like that by itself is pretty exciting just because there's so much replayability just because you can change classes. Like that's what I was talking about. Like I hope you'll be able to re-roll and do whatever, because it's like if you have all these options, it's gonna suck if you just kind of like forced into this one corner of playing a specific class. So we'll see how that goes though.
I remember seeing an early, like I think it was closed beta test 2 in a Korean stream. Like there's like this high level battle party, and then like what they were doing was like they were hoarding up like these monsters and like going into formation, like so acting like as a wall for them, and then right after they got done doing that formation and killing all those monsters, they just go to the side and like set up like a picnic or like a whole like cooking set and like chow down and get buffs and get healed right there and then. It was awesome.
That sounds great.
It was really cool.
That sounds really good.
So I just like I definitely want to like revisit those days, just like chilling out in a game with friends and just like setting up like these like hunting parties.
I mean, I used to back in the old days, Ragnarok Online, there was an item called the Dead Branch. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, I remember those, like the ones that would spawn in monsters.
Exactly. Yep. You would go in the middle of town and summon, by dropping it, you would summon one of these notorious monsters or boss characters inside of town, and so once that happened, you would just see a bunch of people who were just like these merchants and whatnot, all killed. So you just see a bunch of corpses lying on the ground, people trying to like work together to beat the thing, but it was insane. Oh my god, I'm about to die. I was having so much fun, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I'm going the wrong way! Going the wrong way! Going the wrong way! For some reason, I have Windows 10 and Siri. Oh my god, Siri's opening up on my screen. I don't know why.
Oh no.
Siri. I have
Siri
Windows
wants you dead in this game.
No, Cortana. I'm sorry. Cortana was opening up. I don't know how it heard my voice. I don't have any sort of. Maybe that heard me on my mic.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Cortana, close Tree of Savior.
Cortana. That's not even how it goes by. I don't know. It's. Oh wait, nope. It popped up again. It opened up Bean. No, thank you. I don't want Bean. What did it search for?
Oh no, the stream's buffering right now.
I like we're together to be today, but it wasn't day. Oh my god, mother. Why is that something that it searched for in me? I didn't say anything close to that. Alright, whatever. Man, voice chat, Windows 10. Whatever.
Nah, it's frozen right now. Let me go see if I can...
I need to turn off that mic. Let's mute that thing. I have such a slow computer. Anyway. At least I'm alive.
Yeah, at least you're alive. You might want to heal up though. You gotta get to that boss, man. You're gonna do it.
Man,
you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna be fine.
I made the stupid mistake. Oh, I didn't even equip my Pyromancer outfit. Oh. See, I made the terrible mistake of not buying any healing items. That's gonna... I really planned this one out. Why do I have that equipped? I have a sword equipped and I can't even use it. Maybe I thought at one point that I could get away with that. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe you have some. You should just be able to like enchant that Sword of the Fire. There, Pyromancer, right?
You can enchant weapons. That was one of the skills that was in there, but I don't know why. Maybe it's the beta, but I'm like running around with a sword. I hit Z and I just start casting spells. I don't know. It seems like this game is still under a lot of. It still needs a lot of work.
I'm pretty sure you can cast swords, spells with a sword in real life.
Well, I mean, as a wizard, I can use a sword if I wanted to. Just for some reason, it's not working. I'm gonna try to level up here so I can get my health back.
Okay. What was the coolest thing you've seen about this game so far, just in terms of environment, or if you saw like a random person do something cool?
Well, I mean, I took a picture and shared it on Twitter when I broke the game, but other than that, it's just the combat. It's the coolest damn thing I've had in a long time. It's just so satisfying. I just can't. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, in Ragnarok Online, of course, it was kind of good because things blew up pretty well. But just the sound design of this game is bar none some of the best that you're going to be experiencing in this genre, so I'm excited.
Do you know what's the level cap in this beta?
No. To be honest. Oh, okay, I'm good. I'm up here.
I want to say, I don't know for the beta, but I know for the full game, I think it's like over 200.
Yeah.
I want to say...
You can get up, so I'm like, I ranked up at level 15, and there's like 6 ranks by itself, and so you can get pretty tall. So I'm gonna run over here and fight this boss character that gave me so much grief before. We'll see how this goes.
Here we go, here we go. Let's see what kind of boss this is. Alright. Did he just like vomit all that?
Yeah, he just vomited a bunch of bats everywhere or something, I don't know.
I know, it's just one of those days.
No, I'm just gonna... Let's just take a break here for a moment here. While he casts some traps on me. God. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way.
Alright. Chilling out. Pillar trap. What do pillar traps do?
Pillar traps? Nothing, it just blocks you away.
Well.
He does cast, yep, okay, he casts mine traps as well, and those do a lot of damage. Like 100, I think, or something crazy.
I wonder if there's like a minesweeper class. That'd be really cool. I don't know how.
A Minesweeper class?
Yes.
What do you mean like playing the game, just handing out, playing some Minesweeper?
No, I mean like since he's like casting mines, like there's a way to like disable those mines, or there's like a class dedicated to just like setting up like traps all around.
I'm pretty sure there is. There's like I think it's an offshoot of the archer class, setting traps and disabling them. Oh my gosh.
You're just missing these spells, or did it actually hit?
It hit me, yeah. And I'm already hurting. This is great.
No, you're fine.
He's being way more aggressive. Oh, he's already cast one of the. Like it took me like a long time before he cast one of these things. I don't know why suddenly he's now cast it, and I totally missed it. He's got a skill that apparently casts an item that just shoots lightning all the time. Whoa.
Oh no! She's not letting you sit down.
This is way more aggressive than it was before. This was nowhere near as hard as it started off to be. I don't know. This is the part of the problems of choosing a mage class. Just like I get my ass handed to me if I get hit.
Well, what's that thing that you're attacking besides the main boss?
That's the thing casting the lightning, and I just died.
Oh, okay.
That. So annoying. Okay. I don't know. I guess it's not gonna let me use one of these coins. I don't know if I ran out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to call it there? Or do you want to try again?
Nope. He's just gonna. He's just gonna move my corpse. I guess that's what he's gonna do.
Oh wait.
I'm just gonna watch this through. Yeah, he's just gonna shove me into a corner.
Oh wait. Oh, this is gonna be really good.
Oh we'll just leave it there, I guess.
Well, that was your first look at Tree of Savior.
For some reason I leveled up as I died. I don't know how that works.
What? This is too good. Now I kind of wish.
This game is weird.
Wait, what is going on? Oh my god, here you go, there's your second chance.
And okay, I'm doing very little damage to this guy, so this is gonna take forever. Like, was it worth it? I don't know.
Get it as far as you can. There's your second chance, don't waste it.
I came into this fight like the most unprepared person. I brought shame on people who played RPGs. I'm the most like.
Look at that 7 damage. You'll be fine.
I'll just hang out over here and just sit down. He's just gonna get up.
Now I kind of wish that like there were like animations for like bosses like that just pick up your corpse when you die to them and just like shove it aside.
I just like she sits down, she like wipes her brow, like, whew, okay.
Oh, all right.
Just gets her hair out of the way. And he's setting all these traps for me. And you can go, I mean, in some of these different boss fights, you can go pretty far in the map. Mm-hmm. Like if this area up here wasn't so closed off, I'd be running around like all the different corners of the map.
Right.
So it's pretty nice in that way. Oh, I almost ran right into that thing.
And there's like no like basic attack that you do for like.
Just run into that thing. Keep running into it. That thing did like lasted just a second. It's probably because I have it at the lowest level. That's why. Oh my god. Just take a seat. This is the most grueling fight. Like, if we're gonna put this up, I'm just gonna put this on like fast forward just to get through.
Whatever you want, Dad. It's all up to you. I mean,
like, look how little damage I'm doing. He's level 20,
and
I'm level 15, and yet I'm doing so little damage to this guy.
You just have to overcome the odds. So there's no like basic magic attack they can do just for free. No 0 mana attack.
Oh, I'm just gonna be handing out here, dealing 7 damage.
Just do it.
He
You're
didn't-
making progress.
He didn't fly.
Little.
He didn't fly. That was a bummer.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get to it.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I can like get rid of these. Oh, targets. Okay, so apparently these pillar traps also prevent me from casting spells. So, like, there's areas of the environment that I can still shoot spells through, but I guess that just stops it completely. Man, I don't know if I don't think we're gonna sit through this entire fight. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's true of Savior. You're just gonna see me run around in circles as I try to avoid these lightning bolts. Yeah, it's in closed beta now. They haven't given any sort of timetable for when the game is actually supposed to come out, but
Just get this a proper end. Just fling yourself to the boss and just
Yeah.
attack him with a sword. Go.
hold on. Can I unequip my items here? See, I unequip my item. I'm still casting spells. I'm just doing less damage. It's this really odd thing. I don't know.
But can you not equip another weapon?
I could totally do that.
Yeah, just do it. Just go into the sword.
I can equip a sword, but guess what happens? I just still cast spells. I just happen to do more damage. This game
What
is-
other weapons do you have? Do you have a bow on you? Oh, does that do archers have an actual arrow counter for them as well? You need to purchase arrows for them, or is it just you need a
You're
bow?
just
and
coming
then you
up
have
with
infinite
questions at
arrows?
this point. I don't think I can equip a bow because I'm not.
No, I'm just asking because I was thinking about bows, and then I'm just wondering if it was like an RO where there's separate. You need arrows for the bow, or you just equip the bow and you have infinite arrows.
I imagine it's infinite arrows, just like in the other game. They didn't have anything like special like that.
Our arrow had arrows.
It had arrows, but you never ran out. I don't remember you running out.
No, you needed arrows. Like they're so cheap that like no one ever ran out of arrows. But you needed arrows to use your bow.
I'm just gonna die. He cast another one of those lightning box things, so just gonna run into these traps and die by natural means.
It's okay, you'll get them. Hopefully before the closed beta is over.
Was she like? I don't know if it was just the way she was sitting or something. It just looked like she was balled over. That was really weird.
Alrighty then, that's Tree of Savior.
Yeah, we need some massive, like, mono regen, because if I have to sit down and do that, that's the same as any other class, so it'd be nice to, like, run around and recover mana that way. Yeah, so, yeah, that's Tree of Savior. They warped me all the way out of the mines, not anywhere else, just outside of the mine itself, and so, yeah, it's so far having a lot of fun. It's holding up to the expectations that I had for it, and, even exceeded it, so I'm excited for it. I'm really excited to play this game some more.
Alright, thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Josh.